All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the video. It's been a couple months since I posted a video. To be honest with you guys, I quit the game. I got really frustrated. I'm trying to think back to. I think the thing that really caused me to quit was um, the we went to do the alpha megatherium for the first time, or alpha megatherium, the alpha broodmother for the first time. And like halfway through the fight, it was me and a bunch of my tribe mates. Really, I think all of them. Now I think about it, we were doing the alpha broodmother, and the broodmother fell through the floor. And we had spent one of the weekends. I can't recall now because it's been a couple months, but we had spent a lot of time raising these megatheriums and trying to prepare to get this alpha broodmother done. And so we grinded, got an army ready, went in to do the fight, and the broodmother falls to the ground. So we can't beat it. So what happens? Not only do we lose the Megatheriums, the whole army that we just spent raising to do it, and mind you, this is early on too. It'd be kind of different now that we're more established, and we'll get to that in a second. But you know, yeah, it was just frustrating. It was frustrating being that early in the game, and then you're getting ready to do the Alpha Broodmother, and halfway through it, the Broodmother falls through the floor of the arena, falls through the mesh, and then we end up dying due to the time running out and losing everything. So that was kind of like, as you guys could probably see from the previous videos, you could hear that I was kind of struggling with all the bugs and the performance issues and stuff. But that was kind of the nail in the coffin for me, because it's like, not only is the game buggy and has all the issues that it had, especially particularly at that time, but now you're like undoing my progress on top of that. So I'm working backwards. Instead of making progress in the game, your game is broken. It's taking progress away from me. Like, that's super frustrating, especially for all you guys who know when you play an official how long it takes to raise stuff. To not even lose stuff legitimately to the game, like through a normal game mechanic, but rather through poor coding of the game or bugs, glitches, whatever you want to call it. That's super frustrating. It shows a lack of respect for the player base. To make sure that and whatever. I don't want to make this a rant video. I feel like they always turn into a rant video. So, but that basically, in a nutshell, just to get that out of the way, that's why like I stopped posting and I stopped playing. But through playing some other games, and I was enjoying playing those games, I decided, what the hell, I might as well just come back. It was like a month at that point until Scorched Earth was going to come out, and I thought, well, I don't want to be. In the past, I've taken a break, and then you come back, and then you're like, damn, I'm behind the eight ball. I wish I had really just kept playing right from the beginning and toughed it out. So I kind of had that type of epiphany again, where I'm like, I don't want to wait until we're 2, 3 more maps in and then come back and try to play. So I figured, let me just try to give the island another chance. Let me try to come back and play and see if I could get immersed into the game again. Can I regain interest in the game? And so I came back, and to my surprise, there was a bunch of them. My tribe had actually split in half. So that was super shocking. I didn't see that coming. But then again, who am I? What can I say? I quit the game. So I mean, that just kind of ends up being what it is. What it is. But one of my tribe mates, he had stayed and he had kept the base going. He just kept refreshing it and doing little things here and there just in case I came back. And maybe not solely for that reason. Obviously, he's playing because he enjoys the game as well, like everybody else. But you know, he kept a lot of it up and a lot of it going, and I did decide to come back. And so, as you guys could see, this is where the base was. Um, I wish I could have done more recording or done some recording while we were transitioning from this area, but I just felt like I needed to grind and get our new base location set up before Scorched Earth came out, or else it was just, I didn't want to be behind the eight ball and be overwhelmed with so much to do. Um, so yeah, so we ended up taking the base down. We gave it off to one of our allies to land here because we were in that same land conflict that I talked to you guys about in the previous videos with this tribe that is no longer here. We were having conflict over the canal down there, and you guys can go back and watch the previous videos if you want to get kind of the story behind that. But we were arguing over the canal or debating over the canal, And so he had built like a penguin box over here with a bunch of penguins, and it wasn't really bothering us too much, but we were like interested in like saying, hey man, why don't you just move it? Like, you know, it's not like we'd be doing that to be vindictive. You know, at the time there was no cryopods at all, so it was really important to keep the canal open so we could get our water tames out. You know, but he wanted us to remove our pillars, and then he was essentially going to close off the canal. So that's kind of where the conflict came from, just to give you guys like a short recap. So, anyways, you know, so when I came back, he was still over here, and we asked him, you know, if he would, you know, like, hey, some time had gone by. Hey, man, just remove the thing, man. Like, you know, it's been so much time. You know, you don't even play this really anymore. You're clearly inactive, and he wanted us to pay money to remove it, and I was like, nah, like we're not gonna pay you real money to to move. That's just stupid. But we did feel like we needed to move off of this beach because, you know, for a couple reasons. Number one, we outgrew the area. It just was that simple. You know, when I played ASC and I had this spot here, it was, you know, it was suitable because it wasn't a main, you know, main map. But seeing how this is the only map, it kind of is everybody's main, you know, main map and main base, you know, currently. So we outgrew the spot, so we had to move. And right after we moved, like we broke down the base and we moved, the dude that was over here that was like giving us a hard time about the land and all that, he quit playing too. So he was literally just being vindictive and waiting until we left first. You know, he was going to be a thorn in our side, which he really wasn't, but he was trying to be. And it was a little annoying to come out and see that, but it wasn't really that big of a deal at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. But anyways, he ended up leaving. He must have sold this land off to somebody else or he gave it to somebody else. Because whoever this dude is here that built this base, this is sick. Like, this is like, I mean, look at this, man. And this is kind of the stuff that I miss when I was recording, is showing you guys this stuff. Like, and that's what we're going to do in this episode, is I'm just going to bring you guys around, show you at my base, or mine and my tribe's base. And then also some of the other cool bases on this map, because you really see people's creativity when it comes to some of the base building in this game. I mean, look at how cool this is. Like, I don't think I could make this as original idea in my wildest dreams. And yeah, look at how cool this base looks. So I think that's really cool. And then look, he's got a bridge right here that leads over, and that's what really makes the base. And that's what me and my tribe mates were talking about, is how this bridge leads over to this. It really makes the base, like, it really just makes it super dope. And so this guy looks like he's probably breeding gigas, I would say. As you can see, we got some company here, and they can hear me, so they're probably wondering who the hell I'm talking to. Smile, you guys are on camera. I'm recording, just so you guys know. Yeah, so yeah, look at this. Look at how many of these look at how many of these Rhinognathias he's got raising. I mean, this is insane. He's got a bunch of Rexes up here, it looks like. Look at all the Gigas, and the Carcharodontosaurus too. I mean, he got them shoulder to shoulder. Like, they can't even breathe. So yeah. Megatheriums, those are nice. So yeah, that's this base. Definitely sick. Definitely a sick base. We'll go look over here at Katzel's base. Over here. So Katzel's base is still here. I think you guys, if you look back on the previous videos, you'll see. You guys will see this too as well. Although he took the roof off of this one, or is it just not rendered in? Oh. Oh no, that's right. It was open like that. It was like a open foyer area or something. Alright, so let's see. I want to show you guys some other bases. I know there's one over here. The problem is I don't really remember where all of them are. But we'll go over here. I know there's another cool one over here. I think one of the largest ones that I can recall seeing on the map is right up here. Up this river. And yeah, so basically too, just to fill you guys in while we're traveling over to this base, um, I've let's see, where do I want to start? Okay, I guess I'll start with the fact that you know, we've beaten all the bosses. I do got most of the film from that. I've run all the artifacts, obviously, but I have to re-record a couple, and then there's some that I never even ran on camera. But I do want to bring you guys those videos too as well. I want to bring you guys the original videos though too, because like I had said in a previous video as well, I still have the original, most of the original footage. So it's just going to take me some time to edit it. Whereas this video is much easier. I can do this in real time, and you know, much easier to edit this video. Almost minimal editing, to be honest with you. But the other video is definitely going to take some editing, so it's going to take some time. Get some stamina here. Yeah, so I beat all the bosses. So here's the implant. So we got Alpha Broodmother, Megapithecus Dragon, did the Alpha Overseer, and I got all the Explorer notes. So I have the additional 10 max levels, and then I got a chibi up to level, what's it, two levels? Yeah, level 3, so I got 2 more max levels. So and I'm currently level 110 at the moment. So we're basically ready for Scorched Earth, and so with Scorched Earth, hopefully I can be more consistent with the recording. Because I know one thing that probably sucks is like I'm all over the place with the, you know, recording on Ascended, and so you don't really get to see like the progression really. You're kind of seeing like the beginning and the end and drastic changes. Not really how I got there, but hopefully I can be more consistent in recording when it comes to Scorched Earth. This is kind of a cool looking base color wise. This one's not bad. Doesn't really seem active though. Although I just heard him turn something off, so there is somebody online in there. This base though, look at this one. This is the other one I was talking about. Make sure he's not running bosses, alright. The other one, there's a lot of cool features, man. Like, to be honest with you, like being able to run boss fights from within your own base now. I mean, that's really sick. Compared to like in the old game, in Evolved, people would have their crap sitting on the ob, and so you'd be trying to fly around the map to check all 3 obs, and sometimes there wasn't a clean ob to run it, so then you're like, screw it, I'm gonna just pull the person's tame in if it comes in, and sometimes the tame wouldn't come in, and one of your tames wouldn't come in, you know, or something like that. So definitely, you know, was a pain. So this was definitely a nice addition to be able to just run the boss from your own land and not worry about, you know, the obs being cluttered, which once transfers like open up seriously, like when Scorched Earth comes out and you can transfer back and forth, I'm sure that people having their stuff parked on the ob will be a problem, you know. But yeah, this base is insane because of how the light hits off it, different angles. I like how he did that. And then the whole thing is metal. Look at how big this space is. And the whole thing is metal. I mean, insane. Like I said before, I couldn't come up with something like that in my wildest dreams, man. A cool base design like that. So let's see, what else? Where else? There's a couple other cool bases, but I'm still familiarizing myself with the map, so I don't really remember. Don't really remember where the other ones are at. I'm gonna try to get this purple drop while we're here. Oh, I hear a Carcadontosaurus too, but redwoods, that's gotta be a tamed one. Oh, it's a Rex. I guess I'll take this stuff. It's the drops are definitely buns in this game compared to what actually they're different, but I think they're buns. But I guess they were always buns too, even in the first one. Now I think about it. Man, I'm trying to think of where some of the other cool bases were that I recall. There's one where the dude's got a cliff. I wonder if I could find it over here in the snow biome. There's one that is really sick because of how he built out off the cliff. I thought it looked pretty sick. see if I could find it. I guess I'll show you guys my base at the moment, and then we'll see if we can find that other one. And so I think it's just basically 4 of us in my tribe. Really 2 primarily active. I think I'm just going to keep it that way. It's really me, my 2 kids, and their friend in our tribe now. So we're just going to keep it that way. We're not going to add nobody else or nothing like that. Well, and there's a couple other people in the tribe too that are friends with my kids' friends, but you know, they kind of do their own thing or whatever. So I think maybe there's 6 of us. So we're just going to keep it that way. You know, keep it just the 6 of us in the tribe, and you know, it's all good. We're still on good terms too with the other people that left the tribe. Like, you know, no hard feelings. You know, stuff happens. What are you gonna do? You know. I got that base there. So our base is over here, and it's a familiar design. So if you know, for those of you who have watched my videos in the past, you will recognize this base design. But yeah, we had to get this big. We claimed this big area right here. This is our base. We have all this land here. This is all our land and our base. The only thing I don't like is, I don't know if you guys will get picked up in the video, but it's like how grainy like the picture is, and the closer you get, like, see how grainy it is? It's the lighting or whatever. Like, I guess I kind of get that, like it's like the particle effects or whatever. But sometimes it looks weird. It definitely looks weird. But yeah, so this is all the land we got right here, and yeah, we needed to move over here. So now we're in the snow biome, we're in the hard biome, and we got plenty of space. What's this? This is new over here. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm bugging. Wait, did he? No, I think I'm just bugging. I think that's been there. Yeah, that's been there. Has it been there? I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't recall it being... I think that has been there. It probably has been there. So yeah, so this is why I had to grind. This is why, you know, I waited until now. And honestly, somebody, you know, asked me in the comments if I was done. It made me realize, like, man, it's been a couple months. I am completely situated now here with the base, so, you know, I can definitely make a video and, you know. So yeah, this is the base at the moment. You know, very familiar. We've cleaned it up a lot. You know, since we got it built up, we can put our generator right there in the ground, and we got the deadies in the floor. That's always, like, you know, popular amongst builders, you know, have the deadies in the floor, save space. Everything is pretty space efficient, which is nice. Our chests are back there, you know, grills and all that. So I mean, we have it's fully furnished. Some of the other cool additions I like in the game too, being able to just build. If you're near your stuff, you could just build it. You don't have to, like, have the resources actually in your inventory. You can just open the smithy and craft what you want, and it automatically takes it from your dedicated storages. I mean, man, that's freaking huge when it comes to, you know, just things being easier, man. Like, definitely gotten harder in some areas, but easier in others. We got, you know, large, medium, and we got a small teleporter down there. We're using the top for the greenhouse, so there's, you know, all the greenhouse stuff is in there, you know, bees and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much it for over here, man. Like, this is where our base is at. You know, we got a nice open space. Don't have to worry about the noobs trying to bother me. And that's another thing too. Like, I know people keep asking me, like, what server I'm on or what server I play on. I really don't want to give that information out this time, because in the past, and I may have said this in a previous video, but in the past, people, like, try to come and mess with you, man. Like, and it's like, why? Why do you want to always bring that negative energy? I mean, it is what it is. You're not going to stop me. You know what I'm saying? But it just becomes a nuisance, man. Because it's like, I try to do that so people could see and you know, and interact and play and, you know, or whatever, you know, the accessibility part of it. But at the same time, it's frustrating because, you know, the game's hard enough with the bugs and dealing with all that crap, and then you got people who like are hating basically. They got nothing better to do with their time than to try to come mess with you. You know, out of all the things that they could be doing with their life, you know, they see you on YouTube or whatever, and they decide, oh, I want to come mess with you. And to me, it's just wild because, you know, it's like, you know, I would not even want to waste the energy. It's below me to do something like that, you know, and I don't even mean that in like, like in a condescending way. I just mean it more in an ideal sense. Like, that's below me, man. Like, you know, like I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to sit there and waste my time trying to mess with somebody else. But anyways, enough of that rant. I always feel like I go on these rants. I guess I just got to get it off my chest. So, oh, and it's turning dark out. So I guess if I can find this, it'd be a good time to end the video, because nighttime recording is not it. But it'll be good. It'll give you guys a quick little update on where I'm at. I'm all over the place. I know that. I apologize in advance for being all over the place, but you know, it kind of, you know, spring of the moment thing. I just wanted to kind of do this, even if it is off the cuff. So I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Yeah, look at that, how he built the base. I mean, it goes way up there, and it's pretty big, but like how it comes down here, and he uses like the cliff face to kind of extend the floor out. I mean, how cool is this? Hopefully you guys can see it, because I know it's turning dark out. Hopefully you guys can see it, man. Yeah, that's really dope, man. This is such a cool design, too. I don't know why, I just really think that it's such an innovative way to build, to use how the floor of the cliff is flush with the floor that he built out, the metal flooring. Like, I think that's really dope, man. Like, this dude gets an A. In my book, he gets an A+, man, for creativity when it comes to building this. Because you're basically taking a spot that most people would say, oh, there's nowhere to build. There's nowhere to build. He's taking a spot, and he created a spot to build. He created the floor space that he needed. Rather than, you know, by just being, like, creative and using, you know, and being like, I can take this and make it into something else. Like, to me, that's impressive, man. Far more impressive than anything I can build. I just kind of look for the flattest piece of land and then see if I could, you know, build my base at a good pitch. You know, even if it's on a slight hill. But here, you're taking the terrain and using it to your advantage. Like right here, like it's far from level ground. And he just does a great job of just making it flush. And it kind of all just runs smoothly. So, pretty impressive, man. So, Straw Hats. Hats off to you, man. You know, you guys did a great job, man. Great job building that, man. And I think that's about it, man. I think that's a nice little quick little update. Because I think it's dark now in the game. You guys probably can't see. Is this the same people, though? Yeah, same people, so it's just kind of an extension of his base over here. So, again, just a cool way, man. Cool way to make that, to make use of the land, you know? Instead of saying that there ain't no land, he created land. So, yeah, definitely dope. But anyways, nice little short video. I'm not going to keep it too long. Going to start uploading regularly. I know I've said that before as well. We're going to try to hold true to it this time and keep uploading regularly. Get those artifacts out. I know it's probably old news at this point. Or not, I know. It's not probably. It is old news. Everybody and their mother's got an artifact video up now. But I'll be able to show you guys how I ran it and, you know, how I attacked it, you know, when the game was pretty newer. And some of the artifacts will be running, you know, with how I currently run them. But for the ones that I did save the older footage, I'm going to probably use the older footage and then maybe show you how I run it now. How I run it then versus how I run it now, you know. It might be a cool little contrast to do that in a video, you know. But anyways, yeah, wanted to hear, man. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys will forgive me for taking so long to put a video out. Yeah, hopefully we can keep it rolling. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.